Yo, guys. Listen, it's day 6. You know what it is in the language of my friend. It is Saturday, about 1:22 Central Time. This is day 6 of the reset. If you've been watching, you know we talked about the BHAG. We talked about write it down. If you don't write it down, then whatever comes up next in your mind can actually divert your attention or use some of your attention. So write it down. Love what you want to do enough to bring it into this fourth dimension. You know, fourth dimension is something you can see, feel, and touch. So you want it to come into the fourth dimension, which means write it down. At least you can touch the paper, you can touch the words. And since we retain over 80% of what goes into our eye gate, like that's our learning specialty, we retain, as far as learning goes, more that we see visually than what we just hear audibly. And so write it down. I just wanted to share that part with you. This is the weekend. We've been talking all weekend about the brain dump, the great exportation. So make sure you have your paper. Make sure you have your pen. I would say have more than one color ink so that you can write down things that you definitely want to, like what you think your plan is. You can write that down in one color ink and then write everything else in another color ink, or just write it all down in one ink if that's going to mess you up. Brain dump means this: anything that crosses your mind, you write it out. Does it take like 2 to 3 hours? It does. May it be like exasperating, exhausting, kind of frustrating, and maybe give you a little headache in the back? Maybe so, but that's all that you're carrying. Some of that is dead weight. Some of that is stuff you don't even know that you're still carrying around. And some of it is just straight distraction. But when you can look at it visually and see that makes no sense whatsoever, why am I even thinking about that? Then when that thought hits your mind again, awareness drives behavior. You can then go ahead and get that out of your mind without using too much time. I subscribe to biblical principles. It's the reason that he says cast down certain things, take captive thoughts, because some of those thoughts don't serve your purpose at all. It doesn't serve what you want to see, your desired end goal. So write it down. The big brain dump is write down everything that you think. If you like, I'm not writing that down, that don't even matter. That's a thought. You write down, I'm not writing that down, that don't even matter. But you want to write everything down. What you'll find is things that give you life, and you'll find things that are barriers that you didn't even know you were thinking about. You'll find out how much of your mental real estate is actually being taken up by stuff that has nothing to do with the price of rice in China. Feel free to share this video. Like I said, if you're on my LaSharon page, you'll see this, and you'll see tomorrow. Next week, you won't see it. You will need to go to the YouTube page, which is UCDI Leadership YouTube, and subscribe there so you can get it if you're doing this March reset. The purpose of the reset is to review, reset, refocus, reinvigorate, revitalize the things that you want to see grow. And in that review part, you're saying, hey, I started doing this in 2018. Maybe that approach is no longer needed. Like maybe whatever you started that approach for, you've already accomplished. Or maybe the marketplace has shifted in such a way that doesn't even fit. A lot of times, some of our great ideas, we need to move on them at that time. Move, make it happen. And then you don't move. And then 3 years later, you're ready to do it. But in 3 years, everything else around that idea has switched. So that's what we're doing for the reset. Yes, I'm under 5 minutes. I'm going to get just a little bit closer to 5 minutes. So I'm going to use this time to say, please follow me. If there's something you want to do, you want to work with me, you want to book me as a speaker, you can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on YouTube. Hey, Essence, how you doing? Reset is the bomb. You can find me on any other social media platforms, or you can just find me by texting 214-717-5921. Let me know what you want to discuss, and I'll be glad to discuss it. And now, as we're getting to 5 minutes, I'm going to end this video. Within this 5-minute window, because 5 is a number of grace. And I just want to say love and grace to you on this reset, grace to you on what you're doing and attempting to accomplish what you will accomplish. And grace to you just even for being willing to look at what am I doing? What are my practices? Is what I was doing at position A, does that still fit in position B? Does it serve my audience in position B? Does it serve my team in position B? And so, yeah, listen, I'm here to help. And this reset helps me as well as it helps you. But use this time wisely so you can just catapult yourself into that next space that you want to be able to be in. And you have time to get acclimated in that space. Y'all be safe. God bless. And have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.